Me too.
Yeah, just in time.
How'd that happen?
The twins.
Finally. Technology.
Who's the better looking one?
You know, Dave, you want me to go put on my orange hoodie?
No.
Really freak people out?
No.
Man. Hey, everybody.
I mean, you can.
Hey, this is Johnny Beane, live 5:15 p.m. March 9th, 2018. I'm still getting the black screen, but I assume we're here. Where's my mouse? How's that? Yeah. Oh wow, 25 people. Hey, it's Friday. Fender Friday. David Ennis. Thank you again, man. Look at that. This turns into a thumbs up. It turns into one of these. It's like, look at that. Although if you missed Tuesday's video, go back and watch it.
Which nobody should have.
That makes no sense until you watch it. I'm getting messages, though, people telling me that they're just now seeing it, and they're like, Johnny, wow. You know? Yes. So look at that. We got David Nesdahl.
Hello.
And another David. Anthony Sajazi.
Hi, guys. Johnny, I got to give you credit, man. You say my last name perfectly.
Oh.
A lot of people make a mistake there, so thanks.
Well, you know, Dave talks about you all the time, so I'm always hearing it.
I hope good things.
He's like, man, that Anthony Sajazi.
Pain in the ass.
Oh, you've got that poster back there. We were talking about that poster recently.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's the one that was on my brother's wall, man. I wish I still had that.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah. And Jay Hannon.
Hi. I got this little guy again. He's here with us.
Is that an eraser?
No. It could be.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Does it stick on a pencil?
No. Well, maybe if it... Never mind.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at this. Who's in here, Mr. BHB? Bruce. Yeah, Bruce, thanks for liking my tweet. I just got the tweet. Caleb Rappaport had all of those posters. By the way, check out Caleb's new show. What's it called, Jay?
Guitar Leads.
Yeah. We're on Caleb's channel. I'll have a link right down there somewhere. Very cool. Very cool. Caleb, you did that the night that we ran into you down in Hollywood, right?
The night that he brought us to Hollywood?
He brought us, yeah. Yes. Hey, Hef.
Caleb goes to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Caleb does Hollywood.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's new? What's
Caleb does Debbie in Hollywood.
What's
Oh.
Okay, one of you two said that. Who was it? Anthony would never say that.
Oh, yes, he would.
Never.
Hey, David Ennis. We were just talking about you and your guitar.
Oh, we can't do that. I was going to say, David, you talk and Anthony just move your mouth, but it would just show him. So what? 47 people? Man, what's new? What's new with you guys?
I'll tell you what's new with me. If anybody, it's not new to you guys, but I finally got my MusicCraft neck today, so I'm thrilled. I came racing home from work today like a nut when I got that. You know, you get that UPS email ahead of time and says, "Oh, you know, you have a package coming tomorrow." I couldn't concentrate on anything today. And, it came. It's awesome. So, I mean, I can't believe how smooth it is. It's so well made. Now I gotta get tape and paint and get working.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So let's see it. Now you got to say something when you show it.
I got to say something when I show it. What should I say?
Anything. It's on your screen.
Count the frets as you scroll past.
Count the frets.
One fret.
One fret. I gotta tell you, it's surprising how good it feels. Just not even on the guitar. It's gonna be great. I'm pretty psyched. It's beautiful to look at. Even like it's part of me is like, wow, I'm gonna go paint this thing. I'm gonna paint over this thing, but yeah, I'm gonna have to paint over this thing, you know. I got my tuning machines. I have a bunch of stuff. Still have a bunch of little knickknacks to get, but I'm almost there. And I did a dry fit in the body when I got home from work. Nice and snug, fits like a glove. So yeah, man, this is my first big build like this. So it's very exciting, and it's been taking me, Dave knows, years to get to this point. So I'm very excited, like a kid, you know.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, question. Is this the edge that needs to be rounded a little bit?
Pick it up so I can see what you're talking about. Yes, the bottom edge.
Right here, right?
Yep.
So it gets rounded like here. It's round, and here it gets.
Well, it gets rounded here. You know.
Yeah, go get it.
From here to, well, make believe this is a hockey stick. From right here at the edge, it gets rounded more. It's like it gets feathered in.
Got it.
Like a nice 80s hairdo. Feathered.
Like I used to have.
That's what I kind of had before I got my haircut yesterday.
In the 80s.
A feathered mullet.
Yeah, there are pictures of me with a mullet. Long time ago. Anyway. Very psyched about this.
Cool.
That's nice, man.
To see it built.
Yeah, the construction's fantastic. I mean, it just feels right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm psyched.
That's what I keep hearing. You know, I've never played one, but I keep, on Facebook, everybody's saying those, the music craft. That's the neck to get,
Well, our buddy Steve Anderson said that when he put his together before he even painted it, he almost didn't want to take it apart because it felt so good.
Mm-hmm. That's true. A lot of times, the only problem I foresee is the fretwork. It looks good, but sometimes some of the frets they're not totally even, because it's tough to get them nice and even just by putting them on. It's never been on a guitar, so you may need a little bit of fret dressing, maybe, but it'll work itself out.
Should I do a full assembly before painting?
I would, but just to make sure it wants to be a guitar, because once you paint it, it's a lot of work that you're going to do if it decides it doesn't want to really be a guitar.
Let me ask you, do you want to be a guitar? I think it's
as silly as that sounds, it's really the truth.
Well, no, it's not silly because these are pieces of wood. They're organic. They're all different. No two pieces of wood are the same. They're like people. So, sometimes it needs a little bit of TLC. Mm-hmm. I remember from some of your builds that you showed me, and you pointed things out in the past. So I'm it's in the back of my head. I hope it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. I mean, it feels great along the sides too. I mean,
yeah,
no edges sticking out. It just, damn, if I had all the screws, I'd put the damn thing together tonight.
See you later. Anthony, Caleb and Ty Z ask if that's the EVH 81 to 91 neck profile.
Yes, it is. Quarter sawn. And that's the exact neck profile. And in fact, I'm keeping records of everything. And then I'll share that out when I'm done on some of the Facebook boards or whatever, wherever you guys think it makes the most sense. Just so people know where to buy stuff. And there's always going to be newbies like me to this. So I've learned so much from you guys and friends over the years. I figure I'll just share it back when I have it all put together.
Cool.
Awesome, man.
Well, yeah. Steve just sent me a picture. I hope he wants me to show this. I'm assuming yes, but here's his when he got his Musicraft stuff. Here it is, all put together, strung up. So that just to make sure that everything was good to go. And like I said, he told us that he didn't want to take it apart because it played so good.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'd leave it like that.
I'll take that as a good omen. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that my computer camera is doing this justice, but can you see the grain in the wood there? I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just, this is not a crappy piece of wood here.
Yeah, that's the way it should look.
Well, you wouldn't paint that part, but yeah, the top.
Well, but let's say I was going to relic it, and I'm not going that route because I want to earn my scratches. But take all the work that people do on the fretboard. Even Eddie did it himself. I don't want to do that. I want to play it. I want to get my sweat on there, and
Dave, didn't you earn a scratch recently?
So did you.
You mean this one right here?
I did too, but I'm not going to show them.
That's why you're wearing that long jacket.
That's why. Yes, that's why.
Yes, my little dog Snickers bit me in the nose last night during when we were sleeping.
Is that what you call it?
All right, all the jokes, guys. Come on, let them fly. But it's the truth. We were sleeping last night, and I got woken up with a dog biting in my nose.
Why?
I guess I must have. I turned around and the dog was sleeping on the pillow next to me, and I must have scared it when I turned around, and it just jumped and bit me.
So it's not the dog's fault. Just reaction,
Yeah.
But that's why you don't have the. If a dog sleeps on the bed with you, you have them sleep down by your feet. You don't have them sleep by your head.
Well, the thing is, she's too small, and we both move when we sleep, so she'd get kicked off the bed if she slept by our feet.
Mm-hmm.
And she's really small, so I want to hurt her legs. Don't want to break her legs. Although I'd like to break her leg right now. No, actually.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. It's really not her fault. It just happens. And I tried to hide it, but there's nothing you can't hide it.
Yeah, you just face this way.
The other way.
Face towards the kitchen.
Quentin James has a question. He says, I modded my Strat from single to humbucker single. Should I change all the pots to 500K?
No, just the volume.
That was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Although you can use 300K, 300, and it'll still be bright enough for the humbucker, yet it won't be too bright when you turn the volume down. So 300K instead of 250K or 500K. That sometimes sounds good too.
Mm-hmm. So what about? Well, let's say with Anthony Sajazi. Right? Let's say with his guitar is having one pickup, right? So he puts a 500K volume in there, right? A Pariah.
A Pariah Pasadena Black.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get the probably the EVH low friction pot. Why not?
So say when you're wiring that together, do you have to put a capacitor on the volume?
Now this is my first go around with this, and everything I've seen, I've been watching YouTube videos and some Seymour Duncan diagrams and stuff like that. I haven't seen a capacitor mentioned. It goes straight to the pot. Now Dave might know otherwise, but I haven't found any evidence of needing to do that.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. It goes right to the pot.
Because I've seen guitars that have that, where just the volume by itself has a capacitor stuck right to it. When there's no tone knob. Huh?
I'm looking up that pickup right now.
What'd you say, Dave? I'm kidding.
So what's the deal with that pickup?
Yes, I keep hearing about those things, man.
This is Sean Christopher sells them, makes them. I saw the now is it Jacob Deraps. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He uses the one of the other Pasadena models that is to give you the early Eddie sound from the 70s, and the thing sounds incredible. I've seen good reviews, and then when Dave said, "Hey, check it out," I'm like, "Okay, I don't need to know anything more." So I contacted him and was talking to him and getting his advice. This is Sean, and placed the order. So I haven't heard it yet myself, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. And his customer support's been great. He knows I'm a newbie to this, so he's answered all my questions. And to be honest with you, I got the soldering gun over here. I'm chomping at the bit to get this thing installed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sorry it's taken me so long, but I'll update you guys as I progress.
Oh wow, that's pretty
You know,
cool.
if you want to hear what it sounds like, why don't you just install it into your Charvel art series just to hear it?
Actually, I never even considered that. Then I'd have to rip the one out of it, and I don't know.
Just do it nice and neatly. You're not ever selling that guitar. What's the difference?
No, I wouldn't. It's right over here, as a matter of fact. You want to go get it?
Sure.
So that's pretty neat. Straight from pariahpickups.com, the Pasadena series pickups, which you got the red, the white, the black, and that's actually the name of the pickup, not the color, because you can get different colors in each of them. But you can actually pay an extra $10 for relicking.
Yeah, he does a great job of relicking that pickup too. It looks just like the one that was in the 5150 guitar.
That's really cool, because that's one thing I'd be thinking of too, is like, I'm going to relic a guitar. Well, not me personally, but I'm just saying in general. And then I'm going to put a brand new pickup in it. It would kind of be neat if it was, you know, if that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pariah pickups, man. They're amazing. They're amazing.
Oh my goodness. Who's texting me? The phone number is...
It looks like it's Hef.
The number is... Oh my goodness, dude. No, it's different people. Oh.
Don't they know you're busy?
That's why.
All right, everybody, take it easy. Hang on, just calm down. It's all good. Hey, Johnny Fish, huh? Evil Stealth? What's that? Telecaster? Who's that?
You didn't see that yet?
I did see it. I don't know who it is, but yeah, let's see that thing. You know, yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Telly. Hey, Johnny, finished up my 1550 Evil Stealth Telecaster this week. My first
I saw that.
ever guitar build, Scotty P.
Yeah, very cool. Caleb has a question. He says, Dave, since the 5150 is supposedly what EBMM laser copied, does the Musicraft 8191 match pretty exact? No, it doesn't. It's a little bit bigger. It's really a tiny bit bigger than the Music Man guitar. It's very close, but it's a tiny bit bigger.
You're 100% right, Dave. I was thinking the same thing when I picked up the Musicraft neck myself. And I've got, now, you've had a bunch of Music Man guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I've got two, and the necks feel very different, one guitar to the next. That said, I think the Musicraft neck is a little bit bigger. It feels a little thicker.
And it will be. It's going to be thicker from front to back.
Yep.
This way. And it's also a tiny bit wider at the nut. It's still 1 5/8, but I guess it's got some shoulders back here, a bit big on the shoulders, so it gives it the appearance of being a little bit bigger here. But it's minuscule, but you can feel it. You can definitely feel a difference.
But remember when we met with Unc and we were talking to him about what he used to do to Eddie's necks? He used to sand them down.
Yeah, he sanded all of them down. But we were talking about here in this area here, so it's rounded in here instead of it being squared off like you'll see yours. If you put your neck in the body, it's going to be very sharp and square here. Mm-hmm. What he used to do for Eddie's guitars is round them off.
Okay. I follow you now. I thought it was more up and down the neck, and because I remember him specifically saying, and tell me if I'm wrong, but he said that their hands were very close inside.
Yeah, he said once it felt good to him, he knew it would feel good to Eddie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Podcast. No, I've given up on that podcast. I'm not.
Oh, come on.
No, although people have been listening to them, but you know,
Well, they'd be listening to them more often if they're on iTunes.
I know that's what you and I we got to talk about that.
Okay.
Look at this. Here's the Telecaster, Scotty P's Evo 5150. Oh, my goodness.
That thing is so cool. If John 5 ever sees that, he's going to take it from him.
Right there. Look at that. It's a telly. That's nice, man.
Yeah, he did a really good job on that.
Caleb, I saw a photo today on Facebook of your son holding the neck to your Hot for Teacher guitar. What did you take that apart? I suppose you did take it apart. What happened?
Hopefully his son didn't take it apart.
Well, then he just had the neck in his hands. That's it.
I think he's building another guitar with it. It looks like he's talking about it. Yeah. Dan Halen.
Dan Halen.
You know him?
I feel like I do. It's Joe Wentz's wife's birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Mrs.
birthday,
Wentz.
Cheryl.
Oh, that's right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, I saw he got her a cake. Those birthday cakes, those things are, you know how much the cake was? Any guesses?
No.
60 bucks.
It was $30.
Oh, Joe Wentz is in here.
Joe, was that? Did they jack up the price if they have to write happy birthday on it?
Spell it correctly.
You know?
Well, if you get a cake with like the fondant stuff over top of it, that's when and they have to like design different colors and put different things on it. That's when the price really ramps up.
No, I saw if you watch Joe's video from earlier today, the video starts with him filming the cake on the seat. And it looked like just like a regular, you guys don't have Safeway out there, I don't think, but it looked like a regular grocery store cake, but it said happy birthday. Well, Joe, what's her name?
And it was
Carol.
$30.
Looked like it was $30.
Damn, those things, like usually if you go to, what is it, Food Lion or Price Chopper or whatever, those cakes that are like that are $15 tops, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got the quadruple layer
Yeah.
feeds 20.
Maybe to get them cheaper, you just say write happy birthday on there, but it's a joke. It's not really their birthday. Or I'm getting this cake for their birthday was yesterday. This is for next year.
But you shouldn't have to pay to have them write happy birthday on it.
Mm-hmm. You can get one of those pens and do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl, oh, you're in here. How was the cake? Oh, it was huge.
It was huge.
Oh.
Well, that's a good thing to hear.
Is that what you're calling a cake these days?
Nice. Happy birthday, Cheryl. I know it's later where you guys are. You guys have probably already partied out.
It's 8:38 where she is.
Oh, hey, Mr. Pariah is in here himself. Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
He's in
Oh,
here.
really?
Anthony, said Jay-Z. There he is.
Oh, man.
Sean Christopher, everybody.
We were just talking about the pickups.
And cake.
Pickups and cake, exactly.
Michael Beatty says, Jay, you look like the guy who just knocked on my door and gave me a Bible. Look, so I look like the guy everybody wants to punch in the face. Thanks.
Oh, I like that shirt, man.
That definitely wouldn't be me doing that.
Yeah, I like all the little glasses on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as cool as Johnny's, what is that shirt you wear? With all the little stars or something on it where it looks like it's
squares.
just dust.
Yeah, little squares, yeah. Dan Halen says, I would like a Van Halen striped cake for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And it would say, happy birthday, Dan Halen on it.
Funny you should mention that. I have a picture on my, this is a while ago now because I'm a lot older, but this was my 30th birthday cake.
Wow. And it's a real picture.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
What else would you guys keep? You know, you get it, right? So there's the striped cake, and then a picture of my two Music Man guitars on my desk here, because when I'm not playing, I like to at least be reminded of the things I love.
Yeah, awesome.
God help us.
Sean Christopher says he heard what's going on. I hope you were nice, meaning he hopes we were nice about what we said about him. We were just talking about the pickup that that you sold Anthony, and how cool it is that you relic them too, and you make it look just like the pickup that's in the 5150 guitar. It's just a great job, and the pickup sounds amazing. So your pickups are just top notch.
And I appreciate his good customer service for a newbie like me, asking silly questions. So he was very helpful. Shipped it really fast, told me when it was coming, and it was great. I'm mad at myself for taking so long to get this thing in the guitar, but it'll happen.
Mm-hmm. Did you ask him what is a pickup?
No, I was and I'll fully cop to what it was. I'm looking at the pickup, and I was looking at the YouTube videos I was watching and the diagrams saying how the wire is typically a black wire and the ground is inside of it. So I start pulling down on the braided wire, and I'm looking inside, and I only see the strand, and I'm like, wait a second, is there a ground in here that I'm not seeing? Where is it? And I sent them an email, and then all of a sudden I said, oh, wait a minute. What if the outside braid is the ground? And I found a video or something that said, yeah, sometimes that's it. And he responded, thankfully, not talking down like, oh, fool, you know, of course that's the ground. He was like, no, you're right, it is. And, you know, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You can ask me whatever you need to ask. So that's...
He's calling his buddies over. Read this email.
Yeah, and it's fine. I'm copping to it. But he was very cool to me. He was very cool to me every step of the way. In buying this, and even after he sent it to me. So that's one of the best things about all this. That's why I love those groups. Most of the people are cool. Mm-hmm. We all support each other, and this is something we love. You know, there's a lot worse crap we could be doing with our time and money. This is pretty constructive, I think. So
agreed.
Yes, Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks. Today is Frankenstrat Friday. You're right, Clayton. Yes.
So is the Pasadena series black pickup? That's the one that's kind of like the 59, I guess. Is that what?
So I think what does it go? Does it go white, black, and red, or red, black, and white? I can't remember. I just know black is the middle. So one is from the
red, black, on the website. Red, black, and white. So
I guess red is the Frankenstein 70s era tone. Black is the 80s era tone, so for your 5150 bills, and then the latest one is the more modern 90s and later tone,
like a Wolfgang, I guess.
I would, yeah. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but yes.
Well, we are.
We can say whatever we want, right? Okay,
whatever we want.
But check it out. I mean, the quality of this is awesome. He's got that engraving on there. Can you see that? You know.
Yeah,
very cool. Thanks, Sean.
Nice. I may have to try one of those.
What I'm thinking.
See you, Hef. Steve Anderson, nice tobacco strat. Oh, you're talking to David Ennis. Yes, David, thanks again, man. If you guys have no idea what's going on, go back one video after this.
You're going to have to thank him on every single video from like now until the end of eternity.
Yeah. I've got a whole list of people I have to thank. That's the thing. That's why we need to start doing the OBS thing. And so we have credits at the end, and all the credits are nothing but me thanking everybody. Thank you, Jay Hannon.
Joe Wentz is getting he's about to order an Ibanez Gem Jr.
Cool.
Now, Dave, what are the I haven't really looked too much, but as far as the difference between a regular gem and at first I thought they were like a tiny version, like a 3/4, like the micro guitars. What is it? Just basically just the cheaper. I don't want to say cheaper, but
It's just a more affordable version of it.
Is it a short scale?
No, it's the same exact looking guitar, except it doesn't have an edge on it. It has some other Floyd type thing on it. I'm not sure which version of the edge it has on it, but it might not even be an edge system. It's different.
Mhm.
I think it still has Evo pickups in it, Evolutions. The Vine inlay may not go from the very first fret all the way down. It may be halfway. I can't remember, but there are differences that make it less expensive.
Mhm.
It's also made in Korea, I believe, instead of Japan.
What are your feelings, Dave, and you guys too? You know, I mean, I remember when I first started playing, it was either an American-made guitar or nothing. And then, you know, some guitars made in Japan were good. But now it seems like there's a lot more countries where they're making things. I've played some of the Fender stuff out of Mexico, felt pretty decent, to be honest. Some of the EVH stuff as well. But I haven't seen anything in a store that I was impressed by coming out of like China or maybe even Indonesia. I could be wrong. I don't remember what other countries it was. But is there a general feeling from you guys on some of this international stuff?
I'll answer that in 1 second, though. Sean Christopher asks, do those accommodate a higher end edge system? No, because the route underneath the Floyd is it's the shape of the actual Floyd. It won't fit an edge in it. So you'd have to reroute to put an edge in. As far as your question, Anthony, in my opinion, I think these days, see, it was different when I was starting guitar, or when most of us started playing guitar. The inexpensive guitars were really shitty. They just really were. They were a bunch of crap. You know.
You could have said crap twice, man.
Nowadays, you buy an inexpensive guitar, and they're really good for what they are. They're really good. Most of them are. You buy a made in Indonesia Wolfgang, and you're getting a guitar that years ago would have been, an $800 guitar, and it's not very expensive. It's good quality at this point. That's just my opinion. Not to say that there's not a lot of really bad guitars. I still think that most Squier guitars are not good. Some of them are, but most of them are not.
I was very impressed by the D'Angelicos that I've played, particularly the dual cut one, the EXDC. I can't recall what country it was made in. They're not manufactured here, but it was really well put together. Nice binding. The frets felt good. No edges coming out. Sounded great, and it just felt like instead of spending $4,000 on a 335, you could spend 12 on a D'Angelico and get the same feel, same sound, almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those D'Angelico guitars are really nice.
Mm-hmm. So
when they started sorry, Jinx. Well, I was just going to talk about the guitar construction in different countries now. I guess the fact that almost all of your regular guitars are made in other countries, I guess I had to step up their game. You can't make a whole line of guitars crap, so I guess they kind of had to learn and up their game, But
nowadays, with the machines that they use to cut things, and assembly is the same, right? I think it matters more where you're getting the parts from. Like, where's the wood coming from? Is it well cared for? Is it dried to the right, amount of time or whatever? Is that stage is absolutely critical, because once you get to actually assembling it, it shouldn't be a different process no matter where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. It has to do with everything. I think even the components that you put on the wood are better these days than they were back then. I mean, a set of tuning pegs these days, even a cheap set of tuning pegs, they're good. Back when I was 10 or 11, the cheap tuning pegs that were on a guitar were really bad. Like, they'd fall apart. But the gears on all the new ones, even if they're inexpensive, they're good.
But do you think the top of the line guitars back in the late 80s, early 90s are better than their equivalent nowadays? That makes sense?
It does make sense. And, that could go either way. I think the more you play a guitar, the more there creates a soul for it. That's part of the mystique of vintage guitars. And I'm not even just talking like 50s and 60s. I'm talking even 80s. They're really considered vintage these days. And if one has been played a lot,
mm-hmm.
it just there's some mojo that happens as a guitar gets played, and it becomes alive.
What
and
about?
I've had go ahead.
What about one of those Squires that you said was S? If you play that 20 hours a day, will it have a soul?
Well, maybe I would think that, yeah, anything, if you played anything, but at the same time,
how many souls do you have?
Yeah.
Dave was getting really deep, and then Johnny with the tongue-in-cheek comment, just
Well, I didn't get to talk about the guitars in the 80s that I like, or whatever. I've always been a huge fan of Japanese guitars. Always.
Well, wasn't those Ibanez guitars from how long were they? They were made in Japan for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
my 91 Universe is made in made in Japan, and it's phenomenal.
I've got my first really good guitar is an RG 750 over here. The neck plate says Ibanez in Pennsylvania, but I'm pretty sure this was made in Japan.
Yes, absolutely it was.
And they'll have to pry this one out of my cold dead hands. This guitar and I have been through a lot together since I was 16.
God, I love the shark tooth inlays. I think it was a RG 760. It was the single humbucker version. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe I sold it.
What pickups are in that guitar, Anthony?
I took the stock ones out, and I've got two DiMarzio PAF Pros. Mm-hmm. And the middle one is a Seymour Duncan, but I can't remember what the model is.
And you have it wired with the Ibanez 5-way switch that's in there?
Yes.
So it's gem wiring.
Yes, and this is the most versatile guitar I own. I mean, I could take this and play an entire gig with it of cover tunes, and I get some fairly decent Strat sounds, and all the heavier sounds I need from the humbuckers. It's got a thin, wide neck that people either love or hate, but I pretty much grew up on it, so I love it.
Yeah, I love those old Ibanez necks.
Yeah, I mean, I've written songs on this guitar,
That's cool.
Yeah.
The only thing you need to do to that is put white knobs on it.
Now, yes, and it's funny you mentioned that, because that one day at your place, you replaced my volume knob with a white one, but I never got around to getting a tone, so I put the black volume knob back on.
White knobs and a white switch tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would look really hot.
The original pickups I have someplace. They were gray.
Yeah, the IBZs.
Yeah.
And a white DiMarzio clip lock strap.
Instead, I have the this has been on the guitar since I got it because it's sort of matched the,
I remember those hanging in the music stores, man.
yeah, falling apart, but you know, I'll keep it on here as long as I can. And I do get a little high tech with it. I got a little MIDI Fishman triple play on it.
Nice.
Yeah. This thing is great. You guys ever get into guitar synth or any of that stuff, playing MIDI? I still have a Roland GR1, and that was with the GK2A pickup that you had to kind of screw into the. You had to glue it to this part of the guitar. It's adhesive, and then on the pickguard you had to screw it in, and it wasn't for the faint of heart.
You had to have a dedicated guitar for that thing.
Exactly. So one of my old Strats is still outfitted with that thing. And what's nice about the Fishman is there's a little, I don't know if you could see it, this base plate here goes into your strap lock, into the strap piece hook, or whatever you call it. And this is magnetic. So I could take this off and put it on another guitar with another one of these base plates, and it's no big deal. And this...
And it's floating, or it's not sitting on the body, right?
Yeah, it's floating.
Slightly floating, so you don't scratch your paint.
Exactly.
Great idea.
Yeah, no, it's well made, and the tracking is really good on it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember wanting something like that when Vernon Reid started to get into guitar MIDI on their third album, Stain. He was doing some stuff on that album, and I was interested in that, but I never did it.
It's a whole other. It could be a very painful world if it doesn't work right.
Yeah, well, it can be great for just tracking demos. Like,
yeah,
let's say you want, like Jay, let's say you wanted like a piano track, but you don't play keys. You can play something on a piano setting, even though any actual piano player will be like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly, Johnny, you're 100% right. 100% right. And what I love it for is if I'm, if I have, on the off chance I have time, I can, if I'm writing or jamming, whatever, I just go into the computer and you can call up some, you could play bass, for example, on a demo. You can scratch out tracks like that really easy with one guitar around your neck instead of futzing around. God knows I don't have the room.
You can do everything. There's drums. There's drum sampling on those things. You could do everything with that one guitar.
Once you're generating a MIDI signal, you can play anything you could think of because there's software synthesizers for everything now. Horns, string, sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Voices. You get people banging on your door. Who are you talking to? It's the guitar. I swear.
Speaking of guitar tech, and I don't mean to hijack the conversation, so if you guys want to get off this topic, let me know. Have you ever seen this guitar wing? It's made by a company called Livid Instruments, and it attaches on to the lower bow of the guitar like this. It doesn't actually interface with the guitar other than physically being there, and then when you turn it on, it's a wireless controller for other MIDI systems. So if you've got any MIDI programmable effects or software synthesizers and all that, drum machines, samplers, and all that crap, you could trigger it and control it from your guitar. And this moves from guitar to guitar pretty easily. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you find that?
So I'm in this avant-garde kind of like, believe it or not, like it's a really mishmash of styles jam group, and it's like everything from rock to hip hop to all sorts of kind of fusions of stuff, and people come with all sorts of different styles to it. And one of the guys there is he used to work at Guitar Center, and he turned me on to this thing, and I got a nice discount one day.
Cool. You just slipped it right on your guitar while you were jamming out, and you're like, "Whoa, what just happened?" That's cool, Anthony.
Yeah,
Jay-Z. That's cool, man. I've really been getting into the synth stuff and all this stuff, and I'd like to know more about that thing. Maybe send me the link. When I sent you the link earlier, send me a link to what that is.
Okay,
please.
Definitely.
Okay. Next.
Did you guys get that email from I got an email from John BL 5150.
No, I think you're the only one.
I did.
Well, it seems like we may have a new piece of our wardrobes or addition to our wardrobes come Tuesday. Possibly. So
Awesomes.
yeah.
802 Blues. Hey. Actually, I got a bunch of messages here. I gotta. Oh man. So many things, and it's all good. David Ennis. Sure. Yeah, if you want.
You guys couldn't have two of the more different straps if you tried right now. The lightning bolt and then whatever Dave's is.
This is hand beaded.
Can you say that again?
What I'm saying, they're like completely like opposite ends of the spectrum.
This is a time machine. This is pure 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who said this?
How about this instead? Here's a PV Wolfgang strap in brown.
Did it used to be black?
No, it's the only brown one I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
Oh, you like it in the brown, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a black one and a brown one.
Yeah.
Although I've never actually seen one of those. I never actually.
Me
Not
neither.
that one.
I think you have the only one.
Well, that's thing's worth a lot of Republic credits, as Dave would say.
Is it?
You know? Yeah. Yeah, those PV EVH straps. Let's see. What else?
I don't know.
Podcast.
So tell us about your recording session the other day. Since you want to talk.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Mine? It was cool. I mean, it was basically it was trying. If you guys saw the picture on my Instagram, it's just, you know, Johnny Beane. You saw my amp and you saw like 3 microphones basically sitting on the same speaker. And it was just trying out different mics. So yeah, it was cool. It was very cool.
Were your classmates or whatever they are, were they interested in what you were doing, or were they like, this guy, what is he playing? He plays guitar. Did they really not care about what you were doing?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. No, I got applause, you know. Did some handshakes. Paul Rodden? Man, it's been a long time, dude. Good to see you. It's Rodden, isn't it? Phil, is it Demas? Do you have one of the old black and gold Fender straps? Who?
Yeah, I think you do, right? Didn't you just put one on your new guitar the other day?
I was going to, and then I saw that there was one in there. Yeah, actually, that one's not old. That one's like a recent. That one's like maybe 10 years old, which is recent.
Mm-hmm.
But
go ahead.
But I do have some of the yes, Phil. Yeah, I do have some of the older ones, probably from the 70s, maybe early 80s. I
remember watching MTV in the 80s, and almost every guitar player would have that strap on their guitar. I always wanted one back then. Yeah, that's cool with the headstock on them.
Well, probably because they were playing Strats, and those guitars, they came with those. That's probably it. Yeah. I have a few of them. I was actually kind of collecting them at one point, like 10 years ago. And when we would tour, I would use those. And another member in the band was like, they're like, I don't like those straps. Johnny, stop using that strap. You know?
That's when you tell the guy who says that to buy you straps. You don't want me to use it? Then buy one for me. Buy me the one you like.
Mm-hmm. No, I would have them sent to me. You know?
Phil Demas wants to see one.
One of the old ones?
Anyone.
Oh, I don't. I'll show you this one over here. Let me do this. One of the older ones. I can't get to one of those right now because I broke my stairs broke.
His stairs broke.
How do you break stairs?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
What are you, like 700 pounds?
Carrying a full Marshall stack down there on your back or something?
Yeah. No, there's a loft right above me, and there's stairs that kind of flip out and come down. And about a month and a half ago, I went to bring them down, and one of the hinges busted. So
Oof.
I have to fix that. But yeah, I can't get up there. Yeah, so here's the one that's probably like 10 years old.
Oh man,
Which is recent, you know?
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, it's one of the newer ones though. It's not one of the old ones with the like the actual, I don't know if it's real leather, the older ones, but
Leather.
you know, yeah. Although one interesting thing about this strap is this strap used to belong to Andy Summers,
Really?
the guitar player. Yeah, that's how I got it.
Makes sense. I remember him using that strap when you see all those old police videos.
Yeah. Yep.
So, real quick, I was looking through this 5150 tour book, and you guys were talking a while back about how many guitars Eddie brought on tour with him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a picture in here of Zeke sitting there playing the 5150. And look at how many guitars. Now, Sammy's guitars are there as well.
And there's only about 7 of them, right?
Look at all those things, man.
Well, yeah, there's usually more, but they're not all out of cases yet. They took more than that with them, but they didn't put all of them out all the time.
I mean, that's nuts.
It's actually not nuts. That's not a lot of guitars to take on the road with you, with a band like that.
There we go.
But I didn't realize. I mean, that many. I didn't. Yeah, I don't. You don't see the Steinberger there either.
The Stein, I think, is that a Steinberger right behind him?
It's either that or it's sitting on a table on the tech bench somewhere.
No, the one that's over his shoulder there. That's definitely not the Steinberger. It's rounded.
Well, no, it could have been one of those. What is it? Like the Strat body Steinberger one. Because doesn't it look at the bridge? Look right next to his arm. It almost looks like that could be like a trans trem or something. Yeah, and look, yeah. Because look where the strap pin is.
Am I getting too close now, or is that
oh, that's better. What do you think, Anthony? Look where
it's hard to tell, but I think if you might be right with where the strap is. I can't. It's kind of like a shadow. I don't know what the hell's behind him there, but he did have a striped guitar with a trans trem in it, right? Didn't Valerie have a picture of?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's well. You can't really see the headstock though.
But still, I mean, if that's the 5150 tour, I thought that the OU812 was a backup to the 5150 Steinberger, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, I think the 1984 guitar right there next to him, that was the backup.
All
It
right.
looks like they haven't. It looks like the way they're set up, it's like they'd go down the line.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the
You know?
84 one behind him. So 5150 has 1 star. Which one has 2 stars on it?
The 84.
The 84, right? So those are 1 and 2, and everything else is a backup, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And my arms are getting tired.
Oh, we could almost see that.
Almost see what?
No, I'm just kidding.
You almost see this?
Oh, there's that picture. Look at
Look, it's a Schwinn bike too.
that. You're all going to start painting yellow 5150s now.
Yeah.
The yellow Schwinn bicycle paint.
They were still in the honeymoon phase back then.
Yep. It's so in love. I mean, every picture in here that they're with each other, they're just, it's like 2 little, little kids, man, just pumped. You can see the love in their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool book, man.
It really is.
I haven't seen it for a long time, but I used to have some of those. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, here's a picture of Michael Anthony with the poof shirt on. Come on. I'm having Johnny issues right now with my
There it is.
focus.
That's cool.
Yeah, this book is neat.
Mm-hmm. Is that the only Van Halen tour book you have?
Yes. That's a good one.
There she is, 5150.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. If you're a fan of the Roth era, say like 80, 81, 82,
Mm-hmm.
pick up those tour books, man. Those things are just filled with pictures that unless you have them, you've never seen. There's so many pictures in those things because a lot of the shots are like microfilm and like little tiny.
Yeah. I got a Women and Children First tour book someplace. I don't know where the hell it is. I got to dig it up. I'll try and do it for the next time we do this.
Well, Jeff was telling me about, because he only had 10 of the 5150 tour books left. That's why I got it. I was like, man, when I was talking to him, I was like, how many of those books? He's like, I got 10 left, man. I was like, oh, I guess I got to get it. But he was saying that he only has, which tour book? I think maybe it was the Fair Warning one where he only had like a couple left. But
that one's the ones that are rare.
Mm-hmm.
Is the first tour. There's a tour book for the first tour when they played in Japan. There's a tour book. I had that one years ago. That one's pretty rare. The Van Halen 2 tour book, I guess, could be rare. Although with eBay these days, I don't know. You might, run across a bunch of those things. But the first tour book is pretty rare.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, there's somebody just posted a picture of the front of one on Facebook the other day. The Brazil or South America 83.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tour book for that, which probably most of us have never seen.
Yeah. Fender Gruber asked, did Alex feel jealous? Are you referring to just the relationship that Eddie and Sammy had? Sometimes I used to think of that as well, but with Alex, it always seemed like it was all about his brother. And if his brother was happy, if Eddie was happy, everything was fine.
I think that's still the case.
Yeah, totally. I mean, when you watch the Live on a Net DVD, sometimes you're like, man, does Michael Anthony feel left out? Because it's always Eddie and Sammy hanging out, and then Mike's over there, just rocking. So, John BL5150 says, are most of the tour books they're selling originals or reprints? These are originals. He said, I forget what company it was. Maybe it was from the band. I forget what he said, but he said, He bought everything they had, every tour book. So these are real. These are the official tour books that he has. So if you want to see what they has, go to vanhalenstore.com and you know, check it out. But they are the originals.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, they're all originals. No, there's no reprints. No. And you can actually get, like we were saying, the 5150 tour book that you have, how it's in such great condition.
Yeah.
You know, the first there, my camera, there we go. The first Fair Warning tour book I got at a record show in 19. Hey, Lynn. Good to see you, Lynn. I want to say 1990. I got a Fair Warning tour book that was still in what do you call it? Cellophane? Is that the right word?
In wrap.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, and I shouldn't have opened it, but you know, I had to because I'd never seen it. But if I was to find one of those again,
well, what happened to it? You don't have it anymore?
No, dude, I had everything. No, I had to get rid of everything, man. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's why we can sit here and talk about this stuff, because you know, a lot of us, we've either owned, you know, whatever it was, or seen it, or know something about it. You know, especially when it comes to Van Halen, the tour books, the posters, like Anthony, like that poster behind you. I had never owned that one. Actually, I never owned either of those, but I did own, or I still do own, the one where he's leaning over. You know?
Yeah,
where you can see his guitar picks or Fender mediums on his guitar. I still own that one.
These posters are original from whenever the hell it was that they came out. I've had them since I was a kid.
84.
83 and 84.
Yeah, and at some point, I put them in frames, but I can't get the computer close enough. But you can see there's all Scotch tape and pinholes in them from when they were on. I mean, I've had them forever. And somewhere along the line, I've got in a tube, I bought replacements for them. But I'm like, I'm just gonna keep these up. You know, they have more cred.
Wait, so you mean the Scotch tape and the pinholes? Do you mean in the corners?
In the corners,
you would put the Scotch tape over it and then put the pins through it, so the yes, yep, that was the trick.
Exactly.
Do you guys remember the spider pins? That they used to sell? It was like a normal thumbtack, but it had like, you know, 6 or 8 prongs around it to kind of, you know, attach.
No,
I've never heard of those either.
Oh man,
it's crazy. And on this wall, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't know if you could see those.
Yeah. Oh, you've got the Dreams for picture disc. I never owned that either.
Yeah, that, and right next to it is a Looney Tunes one of the first album.
Yeah.
And that
actually
that box is the lock body for my 5150.
I had one of those mint as well, and I opened it. The Looney Tunes. That's a radio station red vinyl promo that was sent to radio when the first album came out.
Yeah.
It's like an EP. It has like half the songs on it.
Yeah.
Now,
Steve Anderson wants to know what Marshall that is, and I will tell you that it's one of the coolest Marshalls ever built. I played through that amp.
It's a JCM 800 dual channel 50 watt, and I love it. I've had it. I guess I think it's an 88 or an 89. It's one of the few pieces of gear I got used. And it was in my high school, with somebody a year or two older than I bought it, turned it on in his house. Parents went crazy, too loud, and it was that brand new. And I got it for like a steal.
Yeah,
and it was, you know,
nothing cooler than a channel switching 800.
I love it. Love it.
The Ernie Ball poster that you showed on your wall,
Mm-hmm.
the one where he says, "I endorse the guitar I used to play. I designed this one. Big difference."
Yep.
The music store that I used to go to when I was younger, when I first started playing, really, Imperial Guitar and Soundworks in Newburgh, New York. They had one of those, like when you walked in or next to the counter, I forget where it was, but they had like a cardboard box cut in half with those rolled up with rubber bands around them, a buttload of them. And me and my drummer at the time, I can't remember how many we took, but we had a bunch, and I wish I still had those,
Yep. I love that one because he's got a red guitar. He's got a red Music Man in his hands in that one, and that was the first one I got. And then the other one over there is the Flying Eddies with the yellow.
Yeah.
The amber.
Yeah. And if you notice, the red Music Man has chrome.
It has chrome tuners, and it doesn't have his signature on the headstock either. I wish I could get closer, but I can't take the computer any closer.
I'll take the picture off the wall. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, silly me. As we say in Italian, I'll be right back.
Go grab an extension cord.
Yeah.
Take the computer downstairs.
Okay. Can you see?
Oh, look at that! It does have chrome buttons on it.
Yep, and no signature on the headstock, so it must be a prototype.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit too much glare, but there's the holes in this one and the creases and all that stuff too. So
was I 100% correct on the quote?
Yes, I endorsed the guitar I used to play. I designed this one. Big difference.
Yep, that's it, man. That shows you how long I used to stare at that thing, because I had no idea what it meant when I was that young.
What's so funny is, and there, you, me, and God knows how many others of us did the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
Staring at that.
Mm-hmm. I have that same poster that I bought from somebody that got it signed at the NAMM show that year.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it says two. I think the guy's name was Mike. It says to Mike, and then it might say something like "Get crazy," and then as his his signature or whatever. Yeah. Oh, I gotta tuck the chickens real quick.
Okay. Well, Sully Dude says Newburgh, been there a few times, the home of Steinberger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the factory. I said this before on here, but the Steinberger factory closed down either right before or right after my family moved from New Jersey to New York, to New Windsor, which is the next town over. It was the Steinberger factory was literally not even 10 minutes from my house.
Wow.
Yep.
I bought my Harley there in Newburgh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
At the Harley Davidson dealer on
No, at the Suzuki dealer.
I didn't know if there was a different
Yeah.
At Maroney's, right? Maroney's Harley.
Maroney's.
Yes. Yep. On 300? What the hell was the highway there, or the road there? Yeah.
Yeah. I miss my bike.
Oh, you don't have it anymore?
No, I sold it.
No.
I'm not riding anymore. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, no one pays attention to just too many people on the road now, especially in New York, man.
Mm-hmm. You ain't kidding.
Nope. Chris Haggis did say he just got the 5150 tour book at the EVH store. Like just now you ordered it?
You should get a kickback for that one.
You get commission for that.
Exactly.
So, Anthony, I don't think Jay has seen any of your guitars. I think that you need to show him some of your guitars. Is your Red Music Man anywhere where you can get to it?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Jay, you're gonna be you're gonna have fun with this. He's got some really cool guitars. Phil Demas says, "I see your guitars on the wall. Does it stress the neck?" No, not at all. Cricket.
Coming. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. This is my Red Music Man.
Oh,
That's badass. You got to talk, or else we won't be able to see it.
yeah, Johnny can't present you.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. So this is I guess it's a 90. What they came out in 91, so this would be a 92, I think.
What's the serial number? What's the first 2 digits of the serial number?
82.
Yes. Then it's a 92.
It's 82, so it's 92.
It's got insane bird's eyes on the neck. It's aged really well, and this is a huge deal for me. I mean, Dave knows how there's always like big emotional connections with my guitars for some reason. This was a big sacrifice that my mom made to get it for me for Christmas one year, so I treasure it. And you know, I was like Ralphie in A Christmas Story. I saw you got the leg lamp behind you there, Jay.
Yeah.
So this was me, Ralphie. I was a real life Ralphie when I got this guitar for that Christmas.
Well,
So.
I couldn't imagine getting something like "Poop My Pants," man.
It's got an original Ernie Ball strap on it from back then, and yeah, it's perfect. I love it. All the scratches on it were made by me.
Hey, what's the serial number on that? Did you say?
82909.
Let me see what mine is.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was had no signature on the headstock and it was the serial number was some weird thing?
Hey, wait, Dave, you want to
the one from the picture?
Look what's still on the guard. Never took the plastic off.
Wow.
I got a little Nigel Tufnell with this guitar. But, yeah.
I don't take the plastic off of mine either, man.
The light's not so great in here, but and it's not the top doesn't have the most incredible curl on it, curly, maple, but it sounds freaking killer though. I love this through that amp, that Marshall. Forget it. So that's this. Give me
you never flip the pickup like some people suggest or whatever.
On the other one, on the yellow one, I did. This one is just stock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The orange. The yellow one was the only one where he did that. On the music.
I think he did that to a purple one too. To a purple one, not maybe not the one. There is another one that he did that to.
In fact, when I got the yellow guitar and I took it to Dave for inspection because that's a must. The first thing he says to me was, "Okay, I need my screwdriver." I said, "Why?" Because we're flipping that front pickup around.
Sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah.
Did I also put a ding in that guitar for you?
Not this one. No, the ding's
Oh no.
Yeah, I put dings in people's guitars, and it just happens.
So this is the yellow one, and I've told this story before. So.
Oh yeah, didn't you buy that at Manny's?
Yes. So I used to.
I'm gonna buy that guitar.
I don't think you were working there at the time.
Maybe I wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a cool story because I used to work in an office across the street from Manny's. That's how Dave and I met because I used to wander in there on my lunch hour, blow my paycheck, and we would talk shop all the time. So fast forward a couple of years, Dave wasn't there anymore, and I was going into the store less and less. But I wandered in this one Monday, and they were taking possession of this guitar. The person that was selling it to the store they were just looking it over and making the deal. And I said, "Holy crap, what are the chances that I would be wandering in when this comes in?" Let me look at him, and I'm standing there drooling. I said, "All right, you guys do what you got to do," and I pretended I didn't see it. So I say to myself, "Okay, be good. Be good. At the time, I was, getting my wife and I we were almost engaged. We started to save money for the future and all that stuff. I had to start behaving. But I said, all right. I didn't go on Tuesday. I went in Wednesday, and I said, if it's still there, I have to at least play it. Sure enough, it's right there in the middle of the counter, and it was like, the clouds parted, the sun shone down on it, and it was like, you got to have this guitar. And it was a really reasonable price too. As a matter of fact, it wasn't. It was a little bit less than what these originally sold for. And I walked out of it. I walked out of there with it that day. I couldn't resist. And you could see why.
Yeah, I mean, the top is amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful top.
That guitar is one of my favorite ones. It's always been.
Thanks, man. Played a lot better after you set it up too. It was fairly well cared for, but it was played. It was played. Didn't just sit around in a case. Whoever had it before me, but
was the guy selling it? Was he crying? Was he weeping when he was at the counter?
I made it a point not to look at him in the eyes. I didn't want to know. Yeah. I didn't want to know. And to this day, this has got to be. It's got to be 18, 19 years I have this guitar. I've still got the black 5150 stickers in the case, and the debate rages on as to whether or not I should put them on.
You should.
They probably don't stick anymore.
You don't think?
No, now you got to try. We got to do it on the air.
I got black 50 stickers for my guitar like that. One set I put on, it was on there for years. The other set, I found them. I went to use them at some point, and they just disintegrated.
Oh no! I hope these haven't dried out.
Ooh. John B.L. I worked at Manny's from 1995 to almost 1999.
Wow. Here are the stickers.
Yeah, those are the correct ones.
Yeah.
Wait, so were you guys there at the same time?
I worked there, and we met there. He worked on that same block, but not in a music store.
Who?
Who are we talking about?
The guy that worked at Manny's also.
What are you talking about?
What?
I'm the guy that worked at Manny's.
Didn't someone else just say they worked there too?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't read anything. What did you just read? John B.L. said, Dave, when did you work at Manny's?
Oh, that's what it was. We misunderstood.
Oh, and then you were answering him. I thought you were reading his comment.
No. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I thought you were reading his comment saying that he worked there from 95 to...
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
And then he had no idea who Dave was.
It's called a comma.
Oh, yeah. John B.L. says, I was at Manny's once in 1999. Maybe I saw you. Maybe.
Wait, who said that?
John B.L.
Sully Dude says, doesn't flipping a pickup mess polarity up or something? Now, I think you guys somebody was gonna look up what it actually did to that guitar and why Eddie did it. Did anybody do their homework from 2 months ago?
I think Dave said he was going to research that.
Yeah, I never researched it, but it just it's not a polarity thing. I don't know what it is. It seems to give more air. It's just airier sounding.
Mm-hmm. From what I read from the guy that actually made the pickups, he said that it gives it a warmer sound when you turn it around. Maybe when both pickups are on together, maybe.
Yeah, it has to do. It has everything to do with both pickups on at the same time.
No, Anthony, you switched them. You said, right? Like you played it normally, and then you flipped it.
Yeah, but I don't think I had it very long.
Oh, so you didn't really like try to, okay, you didn't.
What I should do then is compare the red one to the yellow one, because the red one is still in the same position. That would be probably the closest thing I could do other than picking this up and turning it around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are awesome guitars. I really want to I want to play one. I doubt I'll ever get one, but you know.
Mm-hmm. If you're ever out here, you know.
Well, yours is isn't it out of commission, right? And plus, it looks like it was dipped in.
Well, that's why next time I have to go get my tetanus shot, you come with me. You get one too.
I don't get those poison shots, man.
I'll bring him to the EVH con.
There you go.
I want to go to the next one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, when you guys were there last year, Dave, remember you had that one picture where everybody's 5150 was on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how do you know which one's yours?
Well, you do. You know. You just know.
Because everybody's keeping an eye on it, on theirs. Or they're
What if you
scoping
really
out which
don't
one
like-
looks better, and that's the one they were going to grab before they left.
Yeah, I'm saying, what if somebody really didn't like theirs and they're like, man, Dave's is on fire. I'm gonna grab it.
Nah, there's a mutual respect thing.
You would hope. So Anthony, which one do you prefer? Like, you said they feel different?
They do. I'll very honestly, the neck on my red guitar feels a little smaller.
It is smaller, yeah.
The other one.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And a 92 and a 91?
No, this one I think is a 93 or a 94. Well, it says 84 538 is the serial number. So is that a 94, Dave? Either a 93 or a 94. I think
93, I believe. Or yeah, I think 93.
Yeah.
Mhm. Do you think the red one was played more before you got it? Did you get it brand new? Did you get it used?
The red one was brand new. Yeah, I got it brand new. The yellow one, I don't know how much it was. I mean, it was definitely played. Wasn't sitting in a case. Whoever owned it before me, but
and the one that was brand new, has the neck feel smaller?
yes, the neck definitely feels smaller. It's got it's got much more bird's eye in it. It looks different, feels different.
Well, that's probably what it is. Because you know the more bird's eye, the weaker it makes the neck.
No kidding.
So it's probably shrinking.
Really?
Are the bird's eyes getting closer and closer together?
I should measure them. I don't know.
Hmm.
Stays in tune like a beast, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you notice the little warning spot behind, what is it, the 4th fret or something? There's kind of like a extra.
Yeah, right about here.
And you can feel it?
It might be a little more psychological to me.
They keep doing that.
You know,
Keep doing it, and you'll.
but you know, I'm going to keep
Next time
rubbing
I'll feel
until I make an indentation with my own thumb.
Yeah.
But it's really comfortable, and I felt, I was like, okay, so when the PV Wolfgang came out and I was trying that neck, I'm like, how could it possibly be comfortable or as comfortable? And it is very comfortable, just different. Same thing with the EVH Wolfgang neck, super comfortable but different.
I think you need to show the EVH.
Yeah, why not? I'll be right back.
Okay, so give me a second because I get to juggle around some room here. So if somebody tell a joke or something.
Okay. Johnny Beane.
That's the joke.
Yeah. Ha ha.
Oh, easy.
That really sucked. McBain. Well, leave a thumbs up, everybody. Yeah, well, my Music Man, they do have a used feel to them when you first get them brand new. Even though it looks brand new, it has kind of a used feel, but my guitar, after playing mine for so many years, mine really feels used. Mine probably has shrunk. You know?
Well, are your fret edges sprouting on it?
No.
Then it probably hasn't shrunk.
I don't know. What? Yes. Okay, and then after this one, we'll probably split
Okay.
because we're working 2 shifts tonight.
I'm back. You see me?
What?
All right, I'm just laughing at something I'm reading. I apologize for that.
All right. Well, this is per Dave's request, the 09 EVH Wolfgang. What can you say about this? This guitar is a Rolls Royce. It is as advertised. Incredible to play. Sounds incredible. And
Gotta lift it up so people can see it.
built like a tank. Again, the lighting kind of stinks in here, but the top is beautiful.
Yeah, the farther back you go, the nicer it looks.
Yeah, back farther.
Fall out of your chair. The guitar goes through the wall.
The wall.
Ah,
But yeah, this is first year, and hold on 1 second. I think it's a tag. The thing I love about the tag, which I kept on this for a long time, like Nigel Tufnell, but it was the final inspection was 1/26/09, Eddie's birthday.
Oh.
wow.
So I kind of took that as a sign.
And you haven't thought about putting in the eye hooks or anything?
As a matter of fact, these are on my desk. I don't know if these are the right size, but I'm not touching this guitar. If these are the right size, I'll put these on my 5150.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm not modding this at all. I love it just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would someday if I wanted, kill switch or something. Actually, the newer ones that have been out, I think one of the most beautiful ones is the Ivory.
Mm-hmm.
You
don't like that one?
Hold on, let me switch to you.
Oh,
is that the Stealth?
Yeah, the signature Stealth with the
that's pretty slick. I like the ebony on that too. I was very surprised to see him switch from the maple to the ebony fretboards.
I think everybody was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the striped one you have back there too. Is that an EVH or is it a PV?
It's EVH. It's a Mexican body with a Chinese neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't do the jumbo frets anymore on those guitars.
I love that. That's the Frankenstein paint job on it.
Yep.
Very nice.
Plays awesome too. Speaking of the eye hooks, guys, I ordered a set of the what are they called again? The eye hooks with the clasps. I ordered a set.
You can get those now?
They're not going to be in for a little less than a month still. So,
man,
but when I get them,
unboxing,
baby. I'm really hoping they come in that package.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean in case they change the name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That is so you. It's so you because you.
What?
It's like the Ibanez without the universe on the headstock.
No, I'm just saying because remember we were joking about the title of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and part of me thinks that maybe somebody was watching this show when we were for 2 episodes straight or 3 episodes. Johnny kept having to pull the picture up with the name of them because we couldn't remember it.
Right.
But I think they shortened it, but
maybe.
Yeah.
It's a cool name, but it's a little hard to. It doesn't. It's Super Fuzz. Hey man, it's all good, man. What's up? Is anybody in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest this week? Super Fuzz says you're playing 5 shows. Very cool. Yeah, dude. If you get any video of anything, let us know or send me some video. Yeah, my friend's band. They're playing. They're playing. Actually, it was the bass player from the Mayfire. He's in another band now, and They played last year, and they're playing this year, which is very cool. I wish I was there, but I won't be there till August. So, huh?
No, Michael Beatty said unbox the alien. If I unbox the alien, you would be disappointed. Because I was when I took it out of the box.
Shrinkage?
Yeah, shrink.
Cool.
So, hey guys, I'm gonna have to run.
Yeah. We all got to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
But thank you for having me on and indulging me, and it's always fun to talk to you guys. And thanks for all the advice, Dave and Johnny. And I'll keep you posted with what happens next with the build.
Anthony, it was nice meeting you, man.
Nice meeting you too, man. Drop me a line, okay?
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Cool guitars.
Thanks very much. You too, man.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
And then there was one.
He's a cool guy, man. I like him.
Anthony's
Yeah,
super
nice dude. Yep.
Yes. Steve Anderson got 1 egg today. So, all right. Everybody good?
Yes.
All right. Steve, you're going to be around later? I think we'll be doing the late night thing again. Seems like it's becoming a thing.
Part 2.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, 1 egg, Steve. All right, you guys. We'll see you guys later. Click that if you're subscribed. Click that bell. You'll know exactly when we go back on. Usually we say like a couple hours from now, maybe. I don't know.
After Johnny says he has to eat, and then right before we go live, he's like, "Well, I haven't eaten yet."
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yes. Yeah. Plus, yeah, Howie has to go for his walk. The whole thing. So, you okay, Howie? All right. All right. I think he has to go out. All right, everybody. Dave, Jay. See you guys. Later. See you guys soon.
Yeah.
Good idea, Chris. All right, Johnny Beane, JohnnyBeane.tv. Leave a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys probably a couple hours. All right. Good night.